Hi, I'm Nicole Joyner, and this is Dr. Jeffrey Butts, and we're here to talk about work-life balance. Let's talk about it.
All right, so what do we do for work-life balance? Because I feel like I work all the time. What do you do
Well, if
for work?
you feel like you work all the time, I work all the time.
Okay, well, you come in on a Sunday and you're working now.
Fair enough.
Okay, you had a nice day. What did you do today?
Well, I took my partner to the airport, had a great breakfast, watched a little Bravo.
Oh, you had time for TV.
It's a little,
That's
it's a little
great.
because
That's
it's
great.
going to be this evening. I'm ramping up for this evening. But I set myself up for success. So we're going to talk about the things I do on a Sunday, things you do on a Sunday, and how our weeks differ and how we utilize our time.
Oh, okay, all right, fine. All right,
Okay, so I think you should start because I aid or assist you. So if you lay the foundation, I can say how I fill in that part.
Fair enough. All right, so...
Oh, wait, well, we should explain. For those who haven't watched the previous episodes, I'm the operations manager for the office. So I kind of say I'm like the mom of the practice. Whatever there's a need for, I handle, and I manage him. So that's what I do here at Camp Creek Dental.
Yeah, I'm a former rock star, and I need to be managed because I do
Extremely close.
rock star-ish stuff. And when I say rock star stuff, it's kind of part irresponsible, part I didn't know what time it was. So those are the things that happen.
A little smidge of I wake up when my body tells me.
Yeah, not a smidge of that, an actual heaping dose of that. I try to get my work. Well, I just try to get to work on time, first of all.
Okay, so for our new family, our YouTube family, what is on time? Can we define that for you? Because I think there's a difference on time for you and on time for me.
Me out a little bit.
I want to be transparent.
It's okay.
These are this is our family, your family.
All right, so okay.
Okay.
I have a theory. All right, my theory is that I serve the public, and I need to be tip top to serve.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right, so in the morning, besides meditation, working out, reading, journaling, those things. Hang on.
There's an occasional walking on the belt line backwards.
Yeah, okay. But that's when I was injured. That was when I was injured. Okay, I haven't done that in a while.
Okay.
So those things get done. Shower, lotion, dress. Okay, all right. Off you go to work. All right. My goodness. What happened to the time? Where does the time go? Sometimes the time gets dissipated in meditation. Sometimes, you know? Sometimes it gets dissipated in just a reading. Like I get sucked up in something that I'm reading. I'm reading the blood type book again because I'm trying to make sure that I'm understanding everything in the book. Because I'd like to interview Dr. Diadamo. Dr. Diadamo, if you hear this, if you're watching this, I would love to have an interview with you because we're getting lots of comments on the blood type thing.
Blood type.
And I feel like I should take it. I mean, I have my own ideas about it, but I didn't write the book, so I study in the morning.
What I hear Dr. Butts indicating is that he is very proficient in carving out personal time during the work week. That's what I'm hearing. He does his self-care, which is necessary for what he does for the community, but he is very persistent about carving out self-care time during the week, and that is something that is very easy when you own your own business and you're the boss. For those of us who perhaps don't have that position in our careers, it's a little different. So let me talk to you about what my morning looks like. One, there's a little night prep because I can't start the morning off with meditation and all that. So I go over my to-do list. There's typically an errand that needs to be run prior to my arrival at the office. My arrival's typically around 7:50 and 8 a.m. every day. I have a team of 11, not including the doctor that reports to me, so I need to make sure things are running, who's calling out, what's going on. Everything is constantly moving. I believe in the earlier you get up, the better chance you have to deal with everything that's going to come your way. I have anxiety when it comes to being prepared, and I know if I wake up early, I can fight or win every battle that comes my way unexpectedly. So I'm an early bird, and I set myself up for success. My meditation is like, you're going to rock out today, and you keep on moving. I don't know.
It sounds like an affirmation.
It is. Perhaps
Yeah,
that's why I don't have time for meditation. I'm sorry.
Do you ever do any visualization? Like
I don't have time. My visualization is driving these streets of Atlanta. How about that? I visualize, getting it done. So I'm here at 8 a.m.
Well, then what I have seen is that because of you, I am able
to live your best life.
Well, be prepared for the patients. You know, I mean, how can you give? How can you give if you are not able to give? If I'm limping to work and then I get to work, hi, I'm limping, I don't feel so good, but let me help you.
But what we're here to talk about is work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
So it's important to carve that out as a me. And this is when I want to bow down. First, I want to give a shout out to all my working moms, because at the end of the day, I am spent. I do not have any children. So I go home and it's me and my partner, and we just enjoy each other. But I don't know how working moms do it. If someone asks me for another thing after 6:37, I don't have anything to give you. So I'm able to give it all at the job. So for the women that do manage their business life and then have to run a family at home, I bow down to you. It is carving out time for yourself and not feeling guilty about that. Even if you don't have any children like myself, I had to learn that. Self-care, as Dr. Butts indulges in every day, is important. Was that shady?
Maybe a little shady.
Shady's always good.
It's okay. It's okay.
Self-care is important, and especially I'm realizing this a little older, as I get a little older. You know, when you have a car, you know, the maintenance, you got to maintain it just a little bit more as the car ages. I'm not saying that I'm old, but I'm just saying I'm finding that face mask, a little quality music, a little Prosecco is what I need, and I need to feel guilt-free about indulging in that. And it's okay to ask your employer that, you know, during these times, especially
What?
I'm just saying, we established a time that was like, okay, maybe between like 7 and 7, I'm on, and after 7 and 7, it's my time.
I try not to call after 7.
Fair enough, but that's a conversation that we had to have.
We had to have that.
We had to create boundaries. I feel like boundaries, and then obviously anything out of those parameters, I know that it's something that's escalated. Of course, we deal with
something's deadly wrong. Something's really wrong.
Or if you deal with medicine, so if someone's in discomfort, of course I'm here to help. But and staying with the team, if they need to reach me, if something's obviously wrong, feel free to call me.
Things go wrong.
But yeah, from 7 to 7 you can get me, but after that it's my time. So I think step one is defining your boundaries and what works for you, your family, your friends. I believe in work hard, play hard. I believe 99% of my team
That's like Q mentality. That's the Omegas for sure. I love the Qs. I'm not a Greek person. I'm just black, but
I'm not Greek either. But I was raised by
yes, an Omega.
Yes,
yes.
But
and your dad is the man.
Yeah, I work very hard, and please know that when it's my time, it goes down. And I think you are the same. I know.
Yeah.
I curate those experiences for you.
And thank you. I mean, we see a lot of patients on a daily basis.
Right.
So I need them to not feel like they're a number.
Fair enough.
Or that there's so many people. He's so busy. I mean, they may see me running around, but they know that when I'm with them, and nothing else is going on.
And I think sometimes and maybe I'm going to show my age. It's a career. It's not a job. It's a career. So sometimes that requires homework. I have to prepare myself for what's coming up. Likewise, Dr. Butts has to log into these computers after we leave the office. And I'm not shy of working hard. It does require homework, but please know that gears me up for.
Do you think that the younger ones have a difficult time with the thoughts of a career or job-mindedness? Do you feel that way?
I do.
You do.
I do the hiring here. So, and unfortunately,
remember when I did the hiring?
And unfortunately, I say the goodbyes to.
I did the hiring and the firing, but it was so emotional.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody. You got. You stole from your last job? Oh, you just got out of prison? Oh, you
can work for us. I believe in the good of everybody.
Come on, everybody needs a chance. Like I said that all the time.
You did.
I did, and
they don't
paid for it every time.
Absolutely.
Every time.
No, I
vetting them, you do that well.
But I do believe that there's a shift in the individual that we're looking for. I'm going to show my age again. It is hard work. I do believe I was that girl at my first job. I don't know that I ever saw people were talking about retiring from my first job, and I couldn't see past Friday night. So I don't know that is a generational thing. I think it's just, hey, at 20, I can't see retiring or really diving in. There are some that are truly invested. Here's what I know. I didn't come into the dental world. I didn't wake up and say, hey, I wanted to be in the dental world. But the bulk of you all did. It's a career. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So whether you have that, right, if you have that work ethic, it's great. If you don't, learn it, because people talk. Hiring managers talk. Doctors speak. We all go to the same conferences. So if this is what your passion is, and obviously you're skilled and you got your licenses, yeah, show up and show out.
It's hard to show up and show out, I think, when you don't understand that your skin should be in the game. You know, like, because showing up and showing out, like, I can do that because it's my gig, but honestly, I have been fired from almost every job I've ever had.
And right.
They were right. Oh, they should have fired me. Definitely. The only job the one that I can remember that I didn't get fired from was
the music store.
No. Oh yeah, the music store.
Yeah, because your drawer
There's
was
another one. Tower Records. They're not even a store anymore. No, they're gone. But
it was an iconic store, though.
It was. I was right on
Fridays when
Broadway,
new albums used to release on every Friday. You spend
awesome.
your little.
But no, my other one was, and I don't even know if it's a restaurant anymore. Steak and Ale. Is that still a place?
I recall it. I don't know.
Anyway, I was the dishwasher at Steak and Ale.
You wash dishes?
I did. And I was very good. I was very good. Okay, just so you know.
Self-imposed, like you? Like
no, I would bust those dishes down. I mean, I was doing. All right. So yes, I was a good employee. Okay, I had my dad remembers this. I had a Honda that had a hole in the floor of the car, and it didn't have a starter, and the brakes were really bad. Okay, so and I couldn't afford anything because I was a dishwasher, right? So I could make it to work, or
you were in school.
Okay, remember, school took me 10 years.
Fair enough. I'm sorry.
Remember?
This was during the brief hiatus.
It was no hiatus. I was definitely working.
The one course a semester.
Something like that. I can't even remember it now. It's so convoluted. But like, this is what I know. I went in '88.
So Steak and Ale here in ATL.
In ATL.
Oh,
wow. By somewhere up at 285. Can't remember the area right now.
It's a big circle around
It's a big circle around 285. But anyway, they were going to promote me to sous chef.
Oh.
And I didn't do it because I think I was working on something else. I started getting more serious with my life, and being at Steak and Ale wasn't going to be a career for me.
Fair enough.
But they wanted me to be a career person.
Right.
But they really liked me. Every other job, fired.
And while we're here, I feel like this is the perfect moment for me to talk about when it's an appropriate time to ask for a raise, when you believe you deserve a raise, because I believe, some individuals don't know when to ask for a raise, and they show up and show out consistently.
Okay.
But they're the ones that I hear from often, or typically, and this is from the start of my career. If you're not showing up and showing out, don't even ask me about a raise or an increase. To me, if you're consistently late, or if I have to have consistent, or just conversations with you about like little stuff. To me, raises are those who do above and beyond, and they exist. And unfortunately, they typically are the ones that don't know when to ask for money. And again, your employer will give you money if you ask for it. When it's
appropriate.
Right.
But
I'm finding, and I don't know if it is the time, but I'm finding the ones that speak out the most are the ones that I'm like,
are the worst. They're the worst. Yeah. They're the laziest. They're the ones that they catch on camera all the time on their phones, not doing anything, texting, typing,
and that's a whole other discussion. We'll save that for another. The phone addiction. Phone addiction.
Yes, at the job. Oh, come on.
But it's everywhere. Yeah. I go to dinner at great restaurants, and everyone's on their phone.
And then also for a raise, I'll give a raise, but does that mean that I pay more money for the same thing?
So no, hi.
I want to pay more money for more stuff.
Right.
Please.
And it's that, but it's also, you don't ask for a raise if you're not showing up and showing out. And it's consistently. It's not, it was great this week, and hey, I need to talk to Dr. Butts about a raise or my employer about a raise. It's show up and showing out. And there's a lot of us that do it. Unfortunately, the voice or the courage to ask your employer for more money or just more benefits or things of that nature doesn't exist in those that are overachievers. But nevertheless,
wait a minute.
Yeah, I do.
Overachievers, you're saying
sometimes
don't want to ask for a raise?
Sometimes are hesitant to ask for raises. And I'm saying this and I'm not saying this because I know I'm an overachiever and I'm delayed with asking for money, but I'm saying this when people...
I don't remember you being delayed with asking for money. I don't remember that.
That's not this series.
That's not this episode?
No,
because I'm saying that every time you're like, you know what I've done? I'm like,
Excuse me, I was looking back at my career as a whole, not just with you.
Okay, fine.
No, but I'm looking at, it just... Regardless of where I was, when people approach me for raises, it tend to be those that I was like, really, I'm about to have a documented discussion with you.
I was just thinking about firing you.
No, but I love the self-confidence. It's just those, I want to know, just a bellwether, when to ask for a raise is when you show up and show out consistently. A good time to do it is like at the start of the quarter. Show up and show out every day of that quarter. And at the end of that quarter, say, hey.
This is what I did. This is what I brought to the company. This is my behavior, and this has been my record for so far.
Fair enough.
And all of that.
Be a problem solver.
Being good. Oh, my goodness.
Number one thing is...
You needed this, I did it.
Right. Or this was a problem, I came up with a solution.
You didn't even know about it.
I'm a self-starter. Those are things.
Yeah.
But getting back to work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
I think that's why we're
I mean,
here. I mean, if you love your job, I don't know that you're going to have to carve that out for you and your family. If you love what you do, then I feel like that boundary is a little blurred, and that's fair enough.
That could be me.
Yeah, I think it's all of us at some times, but everyone does need a break.
Yeah.
Regardless of what position you hold, you do need to break and just reset.
I'd say. And you reset, I reset. We have.
Oh, I believe in vacation.
Oh, definitely.
I come back sharper after vacation.
I guess this is a channel about health and wellness, right? Oh. For people to be healthy and
more
wealthy.
Sun and sand.
More sun and sand. Hang on, what's your phrase? More beaches, further away, more frequently. That's your phrase, and that's a great phrase.
Yes.
Is there? See, I've never been to Dubai. I've actually never been to Africa.
Oh, I have.
I need to check out all of those. There's a beach in Dubai?
Oh, yeah. Is there a beach in Dubai?
There's a big beach, huh?
But I haven't been to Dubai.
I haven't been to Dubai.
I stalk it. There's beaches in Dubai.
There's beach in Dubai.
There's beaches in Africa.
Mm-hmm. Well, I knew there was beach in Africa,
yes.
But I can't even think about where Dubai is on the map at this time.
Okay, no, they have. Yes.
But I do know that it's a long flight.
Right.
But that's why you stay long.
And that's why you travel the way that you travel.
Yes, because when you book the plane ticket and you know that I'm going to be gone for a month.
Right.
That's great.
Eventually.
Dr. Pino.
Eventually.
Dr. X somebody, Dr. Pino, and
Eventually.
Dr. somebody else.
Work hard, play hard.
We'll be able to take care of everybody.
Work hard, play hard. Even if that's staycation, let's not get it twisted. There are days that I'm right here in College Park, Georgia, living my best life, having a cocktail on Main Street, and I feel like I'm time zones away. Yeah. It's just carving that personal time out. Put your cell phones down.
I mean, oh.
That's, to me, it's step one.
How do you put the cell phone down?
You have to.
Like, my cell phone's over here and I want to grab it.
I know.
It's like right here.
But it is. I mean, because you get the emails, you get the text messages, and you'll forever be working. You do have to turn the alerts off on your phones for those of us who do have iPhones and Apple Watches. No, I'm just saying you'll get there.
This is not an Apple Watch. No.
I know, but I'm saying the alerts come, so you really do have to disconnect. I get text messages and things of that nature.
I did have a brief hiatus from my phone when I dropped.
And how did it feel?
It felt a little liberating, actually.
Right.
I mean, it was quieter in the car because, it does my music and stuff.
There's a whole movement of some of the younger generation actually going back to flip phones to bring back just enjoying and immersing yourself in nature.
I mean, like there was a time that there's no way that you'd be able to get to me unless I was home and you'd catch me on the phone.
And life still
at home
happened and the world still turned.
Like I'd go outside without my cell phone because, there was no cell phone. And it was okay. I was like, I got to drive 30 minutes back to get my phone. Or leave it at the airport and have them mail it to you or something like that.
Leave it at the airport.
I mean, things happen, yeah. What would it be like if you left your phone at home.
We should challenge us. Well, we can't really with what we do.
But wait, there's the office phone. I don't have a home phone, but if I left my cell phone at the house.
What I'm hearing is a challenge. Because I come from a very competitive family. Shout out joiners.
Yeah, hey, joiners.
Let's challenge each other.
I mean, I'm talking about no phone, but then I guess you got to call the office.
Okay, I can't do it. I just realized I can't.
You got to call the office. Wait, you were about to challenge. It was being raised up, and then you just took it all the way back.
For business reasons, my authenticator to get into the business account is there. Authenticator for class 3 meds, for things of that nature. I can't do that.
You can't do like a dedicated phone. I guess no. That's too much. We're going too far, huh?
But I could just, not answer it and just touch it for. No.
That's a lot, because then you get to touch it. I know. Because it's just the touch is sometimes just a little,
I would cheat. I would totally check my.
But I don't have to do the authenticator. I do the authenticator sometimes.
Yes.
But,
yes, you do it for all the class 3 meds that you send.
Okay, how about this though? What I'd probably would do, is bring my phone into your office.
That is really what you do.
It's a cheat.
So what he does is dump his socials, and I answer the phone.
When it's necessary, what to answer the phone for.
I think we should challenge each other.
Okay, so how does the challenge work? Go. How do we do it?
Phones are only used for business purposes only.
During hours of what and what?
I say for a week. Just why can't we live kind of off the radar for a week?
All right.
We used to.
How do you go on dates and stuff?
I have a relationship, so we live together.
Oh, well,
it's not a concern of mine.
I don't live with mine. So, how am I going to get in contact with the one who loves me?
So,
how am I going to do it?
We only they call the office.
Okay. Well, I'd have to text them today and be like,
Are we starting? No, I don't think we're starting this week, because I think there's a long holiday weekend coming up.
Okay, wait, but you could do it, and then even on the holiday weekend, I'd love to check out,
Oh, well.
That's a lot, though.
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance. But wait. When I'm not working on my phone though.
I am. And that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
I answer emails, I text people, employees, vendors, you name it. I can do pretty much everything on my phone. I can call patients from my phone, for I have software that allows me to do so.
You can leave your phone up front. I'll leave my phone with you. You leave the phone up front.
And I only utilize my phone sending meds, and the camera can catch me. What's the prize? Okay.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Contest.
But who's winning? And then I always got to pay the prize money anyway.
No, we each put money in the pot.
Okay, so how do you know that you've lost? And what's losing? Losing is I just got to see this Instagram post.
The addiction is real, absolutely.
I just got to see I'm doing it on TikTok.
We each put $100 in the pot.
What?
I'm for it, because I'm competitive. I want to break my addiction, so it's more about me than you, but I would like to take your $100 in addition to that. Okay,
first of all, I don't like giving my money away like that, okay, 1. 2, I don't know. Okay.
Work-life balance.
Even if we did it for a week, let's say that you could do it for a week.
When are good habits are formed within 7 to 21 days. So if we get 1 week done,
look, the guy that wrote that book and the book that preceded that book and all those books.
Are we doing that?
Yeah, we're going to talk about some writers.
Call that every author. Isn't that?
Well, they say that that's in and around the time, and you still have to so what I'm saying is that
work at it.
If we do it,
it's real.
If you do it, it's the object would be to keep doing it, and then my stock in Apple might fall.
I think what we're focusing on is that we should be more present in our everyday.
I'm with it.
Business and personal.
This is present.
It is, and guess
this
where?
Is living life all the way
Our phones
right
are nowhere near us because they can't be.
But wait, when you go to dinner, when you're with your significant other, right? Mm-hmm. There's nothing else going on. It's just y'all, right?
It is.
Do you scroll?
Occasionally, though.
Oh.
If we bring up something that we want to do, and he suggests something.
Well, that's
I'll scroll to the site.
But that's a for us thing. That's
still taken away. There are things that are happening around me that I am not.
How would you find out what time the movie starts? How would you find out whether the sipping paint. You know what I'm saying? How would you know?
I'm here for the court.
That they don't have any availabilities or anything like that. How do you make your reservations?
I know. But how do we do it? How did we survive before this existed? I think I'm going to have.
But tech wasn't the way that it is now.
I think I'm just going to have like an old school summer.
I feel like my phone calls me all the time. Like it calls me. And then they're like, hey, here's some memories, you know? Oh my goodness.
Well, that's a whole other show.
I'm not that sentimental, and I like that.
Your transition onto the good side, it's going to hit you. I don't know if everyone knows. So I've got to talk to your people. Hi, people. Dr. Butts has finally come to the good side and is an Apple user.
It's the dark side.
I wouldn't say.
It makes us racist. Oh. It makes us racist.
Why are we
against
racist?
Android users?
We've always. It's easier to communicate with people that are on the same technology.
I understand that, but it's so contrived.
And
it's so meant to be that way.
And to run businesses. Let's really talk about for effectiveness, sharing calendars, things of that nature.
I just got an iPhone. Business has been running the whole time.
Because I've had to jump through hoops and make it happen.
I appreciate it.
Nevertheless, what Dr. Buzz is referencing, and the memories of the old photos are coming up, and you're walking down memory lane.
I walk down a little memory lane, and Androids don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't just like,
They're
hey
cold.
man, you don't remember this, do you? You know?
Apple gives you a little love. It's
got a little sound, like a little sound on it.
Let me make a little.
If I could spend time in a bottle, like what? I'm like, what? Wait a minute.
You gotta be careful.
When they're gone, they're gone, because my heart has been broken, and I have possibly broken some hearts, possibly. And in that, it just reminds me of that heartbreak, but it also reminds me of the reason for the heartbreak, because I'm like, that was a good time. How come the good times don't last so long?
Are they supposed to?
Yes! I hope. No, wait. Maybe you're supposed to work through the hard times and to get back through to the good times. Okay, well, my mom and dad have got the formula.
Yes.
They've got the formula. My mom and dad, 59 years married. And
they created work-life balance.
Yeah.
They had to.
Yeah.
Raising you, 59 years of marriage.
I just don't know how it hasn't shipped off on me. You know, like I am definitely their child, but
they don't make them like that anymore.
And I think I'd like to be married.
For 59 years?
Well, I don't have that much time. I don't think I have that much time.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Yes,
we'll be here for 59 more years.
Well, the health part of the channel, right? That's all about me actually living to past 100,
right?
But living well, like being able to.
So I would say you have another 50 in you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But 59, and that's with one person.
One person.
Could you do it?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I just don't think if you add 59 to my age, although I'm extremely young, I don't know that I could do 59 years. Not that I couldn't have a life partner.
But that's like almost planning for divorce, though.
No, I'm not planning for a divorce either. I mean, I have a life partner. For those of you who know, I have a twin sister, so I know nothing but compromise. So I think I can navigate. I've navigated a relationship for multiple decades.
You call your twin sister your life partner?
We came in together.
Okay.
We literally were created at the same time.
Yes.
That's my life partner.
Making you the middle child.
Technically by 4 minutes. But yes, we came together. Yeah, I have a womb mate. So yes.
Womb mate.
Yes.
Do you other twins say this? Is this twinning talk? Twinning talk? Is that what
I'm just saying. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm great at relationships. I think if we didn't have a good relationship, please don't leave a comment. Sorry.
If we didn't have, don't leave a comment.
No, don't. This is his page.
Oh.
My business page. Okay. But nevertheless, work-life balance is important. Lately, because I'm sure this will be all edited to make sure it's streamlined.
Jack doesn't edit anything.
Oh, he needs to.
This is raw. This is raw.
Needs to.
Baby, I like it raw.
So this year I dedicated myself to making sure that I get monthly massages. I do my routine skincare, something that I'm very obsessed with lately. Working out, eating for your blood type when I can. Just spending time with my friends and family, especially family. I'm a big family person and I travel. So that is something that's important, and thankfully I work at a place that applauds that. I do have a laptop that I can work remotely, but I'm not really good at remote working. Bow down to those who can. So I set myself up for success so that I can really detach when I'm gone.
Yeah.
But I do believe that breaking free is something, because you come back fresh and you have new ideas, you encounter people that are in different careers that can give you little steps.
Yeah.
But I do believe in.
I miss the banter when you're not here.
Ah.
Like when you're on vacation, you're gone and stuff, and you leave me with the team. You're giving everyone instructions.
Yes.
How to act. He's going to do this.
I know exactly what you're going to do.
I'm going to try to hire somebody. Don't hire anybody.
Hires when
I'm going to try
gone.
to fire
He
somebody.
Fires when I'm gone.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, he cannot do that.
And I'm like,
buying extremely pricey equipment can't happen when I'm gone.
Not supposed to happen.
And it magically happens like the 1 or 2 weeks that I'm outside the practice. Yes.
Because you're gone.
Yeah.
And I don't have that govern on me. You're my governor, of my artistic, dude, it's gonna be so cool if we just la 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 la.
There are things that get under, like there are things that happen.
Yeah.
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 It's happened.
I don't feel like I really have a work-life balance.
You don't?
I think I just work and I'm living while I'm working. That's how I feel. Like, I mean, I feel it's like it's all blended together. That's how I feel. It feels like it's blended together. I can't really separate them. On the weekends when I'm doing my R&R type thing, if I kickboxing or
but that's also from the position that you hold with the company. You're the owner, you're the boss, you're the doctor.
But I'm also the engine. I also have to be here in order to...
Can we also speak to that we carve out the schedule so we can accommodate the things that... I'm sorry. Are we not supposed to... Are we truth telling?
Jack doesn't edit this stuff.
Okay, well, Jack, don't edit this part out. Dr. Butts, make sure to maintain himself by leaving early on Tuesdays, to have some health appointments. Slightly early on Thursday.
Chiropractor.
Fridays.
Cryotherapy.
Should he choose to visit us and grace us with his presence?
I come on Fridays.
He does. You do kickboxing.
I do
sometimes
kickboxing
at 11,
Friday.
and he graces us, which only I don't want to say lengthens the day of other individuals.
Maybe.
Me included.
Because you have a to-do list. And then
I have a to-do list,
shows up,
it's like his to-do list is
and then we got to do the to-do list.
No, but he's very, and I would say the minor moments that we do have conflict, you were very certain about communicating, because I wasn't here for shutting down the practice early on a Tuesday. I'm very profit-driven, number-driven. So I did give you heat, and you were adamant, not that you report to me, but making sure that I understood the significance of your me time, self-care. And that's what I want everyone to understand, regardless of position. You need... Because because it's typically those at the top that do that, right? Those that are entry level, it's important for them as well. So
I agree.
It is just making sure that you can fit that in your everyday and carving that out and have an honest communication with your.
But they have to have a thought to put that into their life.
I think that's what we're
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, I want people to understand, like, you come back fresher. Like, holding on to PTO is the wackest thing ever. I used to be that girl, like, oh my God, I'm losing 40 hours. That's so dumb.
No.
You're leaving money on the table.
I pay it.
If your company gives you PTO, use every hour of it. It's a reason. They're not giving you something that you would. We're
gonna edit that. Jack, don't edit that part right there. You can edit that on.
No, I just believe in it. Vacation time and off.
You know what? Look,
okay,
I agree.
Do you understand?
I
what
think that.
What does your soul good? We know. I frequently go back to your Costa Rica visit, and you were like, I have my guitar, and it was connected with the earth and grounding and all that. Everyone deserves that kind of refresh. You came back sharp.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if everyone took that time just for them.
I mean, how about this? When they use their PTO, because now
use your PTO. That's like
if the team watches
Jack, can you have that flash? Use your PTO.
Jack, don't flash that.
It's insulting.
Please don't flash that, okay? But
for you not to use it.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But look, if you use your PTO, when you use your PTO, please make sure that you're doing some self-improvement. If your company even offers PTO, because some people don't, right?
No, fair enough. But we do. And I believe in using it.
And I believe in using it, but hopefully it's using it for the good. Right?
I don't. Who uses PTO for the bad?
Some people have to be sick. Some people get sick.
Oh.
And then they have to, or they use their PTO because they couldn't come in, but they still got to make their money. No?
Fair enough. But I wasn't even looking at it that way. I was looking at it like.
But then this channel would be about you not getting sick. So eat right, eat your blood tight.
Right.
Sleep right.
7 or more hours.
Oh, that's delicious. Exercise. Wait, How's your exercise been?
I just did a 10-mile
my
bike
God, that's
ride.
right, that's crazy.
Yesterday. The legs are a little stiff, but I do. I believe it, especially this season. I love getting outside. Me and nature, despite the allergies, are our best friends.
Despite the allergies.
I don't care. I love it. Sun, sand, water.
What's your next vacation? Where are you going next?
Oh, I think it's
In the country, out of the country?
in the country, but it's to see the Queen. I'm going to the Beyonce concert. Yes, in the city of brotherly love, my hometown. Yeah, so I think that's my next unofficial. I don't even count that as a vacation.
That's going to be a long concert.
It is, and I'm ready. Stamina, billing it. But
And you gotta get your moves together,
it's
right?
It's outside. That's what I'm a little concerned. But no, my real vacation. I don't know. We're looking at Mexico is my love land, or an island. I was going to say Florida, but we know Florida. Can't visit Florida right now.
Can't visit Florida right now.
No, seriously.
No, seriously.
The NAACP issued a whole travel advisory.
How do you try to erase the history of a whole culture of people? How do you do that? Legally.
I love Florida. I love people from Florida. I love
like
that
Florida.
green water, sea turtle, manatees. I love it. But you're not going to get my dollar.
I mean, your mom told you first.
Mom told me first.
But you weren't going to listen.
Wasn't going to listen
until
to my
the
mom.
NAACP.
They did.
And that defiance that you have with your mom.
Oh, it's natural.
Is the same type thing that I get.
And
I'm like, well, you don't do it. That's what you do to your mom? And you're like, yes, it is. Mom and dad.
I'm naturally defiant with everything. I got to figure it out for myself.
And actually, I kind of need that though, because if you said yes to everything that
Where would we be?
Oh my God, we would be so in trouble.
I know one thing: these walls all would be purple because.
Maybe. Purple rain, purple
accent walls to me means accent wall.
It's accent. No, I did the whole
absolutely
slapping it all in purple floor, prints written on the floor. Just walking like, what is he doing? The symbols
superimposed.
On the Beltline, they have a big Black Lives Matter. Have you seen that?
I have. Well, where is it? By the West End?
No, it's more by it's like in the Old Fourth Wardish part by Illuminarium, or something like that.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't recall.
Oh, hang on. What's that restaurant? They got live music sometimes.
No, you're not talking about Park Tavern on the corner.
No, definitely not Park Tavern. That's too far. That's at the park.
Okay, but the Beltline does cross.
The Beltline does cross over there. I don't go there anymore.
What live music? Venkman's?
Venkman's is gone.
I know, but I was still trying to think, where are you talking about, Old Fourth Ward?
It's right on the Beltline. I've never
so much on the Beltline.
There's so much on the Beltline.
But they have another Black Lives Matter tribute over by the West End, the side that
Okay, good.
And they have the pictures of our fallen victims. It's jarring, but nevertheless.
I mean, I'm glad that we're being
noticed
and celebrated like that, but I
would
still
prefer,
need more.
yeah.
I just need you to not kill us.
Right.
Yeah, just.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe just a little listening, a little loving. Well, that's what they're talking about.
No.
On Mother's Day, there was like a KKK march in Washington.
I think it's the new. So here's what I understand. This is what I'm taking from America at this time.
All right.
I believe America is becoming greatly diverse, and I am so excited about that.
Love it.
And I believe some individuals are fearful of that diversity. So they're trying to make sure that the old values or the old ways are brought back.
But that's like trying to stop evolution,
Well, I'm not here for that. I can't, I can do things I have to focus on the good. There's too much of the good and things I can do to prevent the bad. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Where are the KKK members' work-life balance? What is that?
Oh my God, are we really? All I know is that being an active participant and showing up for jury duty, for those of us who just recently voting, I don't know, giving back to your community, picking up trash. We all know that that's my number one pet peeve. Is littering.
Picking up trash when nobody's looking. That's really being a good member of society.
Camp Creek Dental doesn't have any sign on the highway, but I hate littering, so I pick up trash.
I pick up trash.
It's a personal thing.
My pet peeve is
what?
Is those flossers, those one pig flossers.
But
just
since you're a whole
ground.
dentist, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, what?
Because I don't think people understand why they shouldn't use flosser. So can we just have it, Jack? I'm sorry, I know we're on 18 topics, but we got to talk about it. The little flossers that are so convenient to buy at every store. My favorite store, Target, they're everywhere. And people have them in their purse. I get it. I love steak. You go to a restaurant, you want to floss out that food immediately. But unfortunately, one, I find them everywhere on the ground.
Everywhere on the ground. It's like, what is that?
But two, they're not really great for your teeth. And can you give us a little bit more? I didn't believe it, but there is really some science behind it.
All right. Well, this is in another video also, but here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You probably didn't see that video, but here.
I'm sorry. I was actually working to continue to make, okay.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well,
I'm sorry.
I think that the floss threaders were made to make dentists a lot of money because it causes periodontal disease, and periodontal disease is a chronic condition that has to be treated by a doctor.
But I'm getting the dirt out of my teeth. Talk to me.
It seems like you're getting the dirt out of your teeth, and you're popping it from in between, but then you're only replacing it into the sides of your teeth where those floss threaders can't get. So put your fist together like that. So floss threader goes through like this, right? Well, let me through, please.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So that's all it does, right? So you got teeth, you got part, your tongue side and your cheek side over there.
Right.
The floss threader cannot get them. And when you try to get it, you're making the soft tissue go away, and you're pushing the bone down, making the roots of the tooth more exposed. It is so bad for you.
Who knew?
It's the best instrument, though, to floss your teeth if you only have one hand. Bar none.
Oh.
The very best. Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Yes. You might have to see your dentist more frequently to get your teeth professionally cleaned.
Right.
But if you're blessed with two hands, lucky enough to have two hands, yes, you're supposed to floss properly. And there's, Jack, would you please put the video up of flossing properly wherever it is.
Yes. And flossing before you brush.
Flossing before, and flossing before you brush.
Who knew that was a whole vibe?
It is such a vibe.
I know, but they always say brush and floss, so I think people naturally brush then floss, and you need to floss then brush. During your work-life balance.
I actually learned that. Yes. I mean, I was talking to someone, and they use floss picks all the time. I help them.
Do they have good teeth? I know. It's not neither here nor there. They're not a vibe.
It was the streetwise type thing. I didn't really know how the teeth were. I didn't examine, but they seem fine. Okay. They seem fine, but I told them that's.
You know better, you do better.
Right. And they were like, I never knew that. And I said, no, you do. Because I'm giving my professional opinion, but it still goes with food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mental behavior. It's not just flossing.
We got to get into that another week.
What?
Because it's easier to say those things than to do
Oh my God, it's
things.
so easy to say those things.
But
it is not easy
today
to do.
is not the day. I'm not even mentally prepared for that. And if you know me personally, you understand. But I'm the defiant one. I think I mentioned 30 times.
Yes.
So this whole movement, yeah.
And it's a movement.
That
is kind of separate from the office, but I get it from working here.
But also for those who work here, it's like either get on board. I'll be darned if you look like you're 20 and everybody else is aging. So it might as well get on board,
That'd
right?
be messed up.
Plus, who wants their snacks audited every day?
I try not to audit the snacks.
It's a whole different lifestyle, but we'll get into that.
There's no microwave in here.
Yeah. Well, that's number one during my interviews. I go over that because it is the culture. It's part of our culture here.
It's a culture.
Although we've had employees attempt to use microwaves that are located in other spaces in the building, we're not going to go there today.
A frozen dinner is processed food.
Right. High in preservatives, your blood pressure, sodium, things of that nature, but we're not going to go there. You know better, you do better.
I mean, not necessarily. Smoking's not good for you.
Yeah.
You can smell a smoker from almost a mile away, it seems like,
Well, that's an addiction. There's something in there that makes you yearn for it.
Drinking is not good for you.
That's another one of our...
That's another one. But that helps me work my life balance.
Yeah. Mine too. Who doesn't like a little fizz?
Just a little sip or something. But oh my goodness. Do you know that guy? I probably tried to introduce him to Andrew Huberman.
Who?
Andrew Huberman.
I think I've heard the name.
You've heard the name.
I don't know.
He's amazing. But he did a whole thing on alcohol, right? And I knew it wasn't going to be good. I knew it, okay? Because he gives you chapter and verse and enzyme and detail. He gives it all, right? And he'll break it all the way back. He's like, let me tell you about the components that we're about to speak about. And he gives you all the components so you can see all the players, and then he explains all the players. I mean, he's amazing, okay? When I saw the video, I was like, shouldn't watch that. I was like, no. I sent it to a friend of mine that also likes to drink. Here, watch this. This guy, he went on a alcohol hiatus.
Yeah.
And he was mad at himself and his woman for drinking as much and as freely as they do.
Well,
he was
not
mad.
Good.
I knew it was going to be bad, but it was bad.
Maybe that.
No.
We'll start with the phone challenge, and then maybe we do a hiatus challenge.
Did you do the meat stripe with me? Did you ever do that?
I've given up meat for Lent for 40 days.
Right.
It's a little tougher for me because I don't eat seafood.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I can indulge in the other products, like the meatless products. That's not a hard thing for me. My chefing skills are a little...
You're still learning how to be a cook,
a little
chef.
subpar. So yeah, meatless is not a hard thing for me.
Yeah, meatless is hard for me.
Oh, they make so many other meatless products.
Yeah, but like they have stuff in those meatless products that is not good for you.
And that's why we're going to share that on another day, because that's when we dive in. And that's, because I believe in what he says about eat, food, sleep. Mm-hmm.
Eat, pray, love.
All that.
Yeah.
But I'm the defiant one, so
yes,
I don't
you
want...
are.
I just,
and why? Is it just because you're the middle child and you gotta...
I just feel like you can tell me it's hot, you can tell me it's hot, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. I'm gonna touch it.
What is up with that?
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It is.
Because
I have 2 scars on this forehead, this big forehead, because I had to figure out, running into fat may hurt yourself. Yeah, I've just always been that girl. Got to figure it out for myself. But once I do, I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, once I know it's not for me, it's not for me.
Yeah, you definitely go ham with some stuff. But I try to listen. I mean, if I believe it, I
gotta say no.
No.
Because if
I try to listen.
I've indicated and shown you how what works, like showing up early,
come on.
really does masters. And again, there are 1,000 geniuses that indicate like you wake up at 5 o'clock, you show up early, blah, blah, blah. And that has never resonated with you.
They're not geniuses.
They're billionaires.
Yeah, they are.
Oh. I'm like, okay.
They are billionaires.
They're billionaires.
They're not geniuses,
oh, fair
though.
enough. I mean, they're billionaires. Yeah.
I'm working on it. Jack and I are working on a series.
Oh.
We're going to have some cameras at the house to
well, I would love to be
capture the morning.
On the back end of that, just like how or at least have some eyes here to show like what goes on while you're doing your thing at home.
Yeah.
All the moving pieces that occur.
Oh.
Here, because I don't think if these moving pieces happen here,
that couldn't happen if this wasn't happening.
So.
Oh, I understand that.
Right.
And I'm not worried about that, as a matter of fact, because it is happening, like the opening group for Beyonce or Destiny's Child. Whoever would open for them.
Right.
Who would open for Destiny's? Well,
first of all,
who's opening for Beyonce?
I don't know. I heard this one was that she just comes right out.
That'll probably be it.
But there's other artists.
Right. I'll take Diana Ross.
Diana Ross opening for Beyonce?
Time out. I'm saying who's opening for Diana Ross?
Oh, I don't know.
Who's an opening act?
First of all, like you act like we went to a Diana Ross concert recently. No shade. Like she is an icon.
She's not performing anymore.
Yes, she is.
She is?
Twin went to a concert last year.
Diana Ross?
In sequins and a fur. Yeah, Diana Ross. Lionel Richie's coming in the fall. Yeah.
I went to school with Tracy Ross.
Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
She's bomb.
She is the bomb.
I love her.
I was jealous that she was dating. She's two grades behind me.
Oh.
Her sister is 1 grade, Rhonda
Yes.
Ross, right? Then we went to Riverdale in New York. And one of my classmates...
Why am I just learning this? Hi, Nicole Joyner. Nice to meet you.
Anyway, one of my classmates, Devin, his name is Devin. Devin dated
Tracy Ellis
Ross. And Devin used to be able to... He used to be able to direct his farts.
What?
Yes. He'd fart, he'd waft it up. He goes, "Ooh, that's a good one," and then he'd pass it.
This is disgusting.
That's what it's a kid thing. We were in high school. That's what Devin could do, and I was always super disgusted about that. But then he's dating Tracy Ross.
Well, he had something going.
And she was pretty then too. I was
she's
so
bomb.
mad. I was so jealous.
Who knew you went to school with Tracy Ellis Ross?
Yeah, I ran into her with one of her boyfriends. I can't remember, but we were at a gun range.
Okay, pause.
And we
First of
remember
all,
each other.
one of her boyfriends?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was Akon. Didn't she date Akon?
I don't know.
I don't know if she dated.
I just don't even like how
He
that
was African, though.
Oh, she chooses well. She chooses well.
One of her I don't think she's dating anyone right now.
I think what I heard her say, if she says she's enjoying life and she's extremely happy, and she doesn't believe in coupling up just to couple up, and if she finds someone, and I live by this sentiment, she finds someone that enhances that, fantastic. If she doesn't, she'll continue dipping and dabbing, and I appreciate that.
Well, she can definitely come hang out with me, Tracy. If you ever want to, I don't know if you drink. I'm trying to cut down on drinking.
We are.
Yeah, but if you want to have a drink, Tracy Ellis Ross. This is the channel. Just call me, okay? Hey, this is Tracy Ellis Ross.
I'm just a fan.
Contact me.
I'll make sure he's available
will contact you. Take you to the finest 4-star restaurant in Atlanta, because there's no 5-star restaurants in Atlanta.
There's no 5-star. They're great ones, though.
Unless there are some 5-star restaurants that just popped up recently, but
I think perception is reality, because there's one that teeters. You say isn't. There's one that I say is. Blah blah blah.
There's so many good places to eat in Atlanta.
I know. I love it here.
Real. I love Atlanta, but LA also.
Not so much.
Eat.
Yeah.
But even then, and I guess we're not going to talk about how you're not going to get the greatest quality everywhere you go.
Oh, God.
And then when you do get the greatest quality, it's very expensive.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
Yeah. I mean, and I'd pay for something if it's the best.
I feel sometimes, not all the time, but I think quality items cost more. I do.
As they should, because it takes more money to produce them, to put them out.
Right.
Which is that the same thing at Camp Creek Dental?
Well,
somebody said that I'm expensive. That's what they said.
Well,
I feel like I'm not, but I don't.
No, I
really
don't. If you look at the market, and someone who does the numbers here, if you look at the market at Camp Creek Dental, is really at the bottom of that.
We are?
I know. But not to indicate that price point may not feel significant to our consumers. So I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying.
Right.
Especially when it comes to medical care, you get what you pay for. So be conscientious of that. For someone who is coming off an addiction to her phone, I can scroll through numerous of patients.
Time out, coming off. We haven't even done the challenge yet. And you're already coming off the addiction?
Well, Instagram. I'm addicted to Instagram. But I know that because I've been looking that way, I see horrific stories of people traveling elsewhere to get medical services completed. And yes, they got a bargain, but the complications that arose from that procedure have cost them mobility. Really. And you can't put a price tag on health. So that's all I'm saying. You get what you pay for. Although just because it has the biggest price tag doesn't necessarily mean it's the best.
No, that's true.
You got to do your research.
Do your research.
Right. During that whole work-life balance.
During that work-life balance thing that we're going to bring it all
right
on back. Right on back.
Right.
So, what, in conclusion?
In conclusion
to work-life balance.
What would you say? Okay.
What?
Step one would be carving out and
time.
Time. And that means from your loved ones too, because I believe self-care is required, whether you're a mom, dad, you're home alone.
You got to schedule.
Yeah, you just have to really.
You cannot just think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even not answering your phones, I had to learn to not answer my phones for my girlfriends, because I would find let me get the tea. And I'm like, this is still not just detaching from everything. So it's also being okay and saying, I'm not answering my phone Friday after 5.
Damn.
It's me time.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me time. What? Where? I don't even know where my phone is.
No. Well, that's good. I'm gonna do more of that.
Okay.
Just putting the phone down and just being with my people and just
indulging, diving in the deep end.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, thanks so much for watching.
Yes.
You are a great hostess.
Thanks.
Hostess with the mostess. Certainly an amazing operation manager.
Thank you.
All right. But anyway, guys, please, if you learned anything about work-life balance.
Anything.
If you can
anything. In all these words.
Yes, all these words that we said. If you learned anything, please share it with a friend, okay? Please like and subscribe. And please leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your story so we can help a good story, okay? Talk about it later.
See you soon.